Hello to all you beautiful people of the internet. Welcome to another Walking Dead video. A disclaimer, if you hear any noise in the background, I do apologise. If the laptop messes up for some reason, I can't do anything about that. And yes, I'm going to put that disclaimer in front of every video until I get a new laptop. Okay? With the noise thing, that's just a regular occurrence. So today's video, we are doing which deaths made me sad the most, in my opinion. Now these are just main character deaths, not all of them, because if we did all of them, it would be many parts, and I'm not doing that again. Now, I'm only doing main characters or characters that were big enough to be considered main. I'm not going to do Dead City Season 2 deaths until Dead City Season 2 is finished. So, without further ado... Oh, I should probably mention the tears. Tears in my eyes means it made me cry so much. Very sad means I felt very sad for it. Mid is like it was okay. And no tears to cry means I didn't cry at all. Which basically means I didn't give a fuck. Or because I didn't like the villain. Now, which one should we do first? I think we won't do the webisode deaths. So... Let's see. Okay, so no one in Dead City. That's interesting. Jacinta. This one is no tears to cry. Actually, I'm going to say it was mid. Because, yes, she was an annoying villain. Yes, she shouldn't have been the finale villain. But as soon as she sees Laurent leave, and she knows that there's no hope for them to possibly have someone who could be immune, she gives up hope. And it was just very mid. It wasn't full on sad or anything. It was just very mid. I was like, oh, no, she's lost her only hope, and I could see that. Lo Song, no tears to cry. I hated this man's idea. He manipulated a lot of people into thinking that Laurent was a cure. And that's why Jacinta's death is a little bit... has some weight to it more than Lo Song. Because Lo Song was just crazy. I think I'm saying his name right. If I'm butchering that name, I apologize. Right, let's see who's next. Quinn. Quinn was mid. Because throughout the first season, as per the evidence, he was a dick. But in the end, he decided to be a father and to realize that, yeah, Daryl is much more fit to be in a father figure position than me. And so he fights to protect Daryl rather than just try and kill him. And then Laurent putting him down, that was a big moment for Laurent, so yeah. Next, Anna. Anna, I actually thought was very sad because while she was a big con woman back in then, she actually respected Daryl, and she helped him out a lot. While yes, she wanted to steal the plane, she didn't realize that Carol was actually Daryl's best friend, and so in the end, she was planning to betray them. But then when she saw, I think it was a painting, she decided to buy everyone time and get Jacinta bit. So she caused Jacinta's death, and then Anna smiling and not screaming in pain as she got eaten. That was quite sad. Next, who should we do next? Dr. Lafleur, no tears to cry. Dr. Lafleur was a big antagonist in the first season of Daryl Dixon. But then what I didn't get was that they gave him a haircut in season two and made him so recognizable. People were actually asking, did LaFleur die or be forgotten? And I was like, he's right there. So I don't know why they would cut his hair off. Yeah, no tears. Next is Janae. There is no tears to cry. I don't care what kind of backstory you give a villain. I don't care if her husband died. She wanted to murder people. And she doesn't get any tears from me. So goodbye. Next, Isabel. This one was mid. Okay, and I'm going to explain. I know she was a big character for season one and season two for Daryl Dixon's story in there. But the big thing was I saw it coming a mile away. In episode 3 of season 1, I saw it coming. I knew that they were trying to build up a romantic relationship between her and Daryl, and as soon as she would die, that that would be a motivation for Daryl. I knew it. I'm pretty sure everyone saw it coming. But it was still just a little bit sad, but that was it. Stop creating deaths that I will expect. I mean, yes, still create some deaths that you'll probably expect, but not always. Sylvie. Um. Actually, I'm going to add another tier. I think I should add another tier. Because Sylvie's death was actually just unexpected and shocking. So I'm going to add another one under. I'm going to name this one Shocking. Because Sylvie's death was shocking. I did not expect them to kill her off like that. I was expecting it to be at least at the end of season 2, but no. Isabel's death was predictable, but not Sylvie. I was like, wow. So next, so we're into Tails now. Eric, no tears to cry, as well as Adalia, no tears to cry. The story, the elements of the story just distracted me too much to even consider the character story. I got it eventually when I looked past it all in the second watch, but that was it. It was just a second watch. I did not care for them at all. I still don't get why they made that decision to make the finale of Tales a supernatural horror. And I got in the end that it was probably the branches in the basement that made them hallucinate these things. But still, don't do that. Don't do that at all. Next is Amy's death. It was mid. Like when she came, it was like, oh, she died. Okay. Yeah, it was just mid. It was not like a character I didn't like. I actually liked the two opposite viewpoints of Amy and Everett, but it was just like meh. Next, that's Tails done. So now we're into the ones who live. Bailey and Aiden's death, mid. And it was one of those things again where I saw their deaths coming from a mile away. Because in episode 2, as soon as Aiden said, "We will go back as after you find Rick," that was the immediate alarm bell that, oh no, they're gonna die. And thanks for playing. So yeah. Oh, update, I am gonna start doing reviews now. I'm gonna start doing movie reviews. Well, not just movie reviews, but like TV show reviews as well. So once Dead City of Season 2 is done, I'll review it. But for now, I'm just looking at other shows that I could possibly review. So yeah, Aiden and Bailey's death was made, but I saw it coming from a mile away. Next is Nat's death. This one had tears in my eyes. Because I loved his character so much and I was so angry with what they did. But like it made sense. Nat wouldn't have been able to get into the CRM. They would have killed him straight away. It left tears in my eyes. I cried the rest of the episode while also being angry and pissed off. So next is Thorn. Mid. She was mid. While she was a villain in most of it, and I hated quite a few things with her, but I could see the parallels of her, the female version of Shane. But then when she finally respected Rick and gave him the mask as she was dying, it was mid. It was fine. Next one, Jonathan Beale, was shocking. It was shocking that they killed off the general in The Ones Who Live. I expected him to live way longer than that. I was expected for the CRM to last longer than that. But my lord, Jesus Christ, that explosion. There, I could see where most of the budget was. But man, that death was shock. That death was shocking. Okafor, that death was also shocking. I'm pretty sure, like most people, we didn't see where that was coming. I thought he was going to survive the show. And that missile stabs him in his chest and blows him up. I was like, what the fuck? It was true. He was like one of the only friends he had in the CRM. That Rick had in the CRM. So now we are in World Beyond. Percy. No tears to cry. And I do like the character of Percy, but as soon as they set them up with a romantic relationship, like the rest, I saw it coming from a mile away. And then afterwards, season 2, I didn't see him do a lot. All he did was trying to get revenge for Tony's death, but I just didn't like it. He was just bland after that, in my opinion. Next will be Huck's death. This one was very sad. She had a very good 2-season arc. In the first season, she was a traitor, and then in this final episode of season 1, she found out, oh wait, Omaha's gone. And then in season 2, she tries to course correct herself and she died in a heroic way. She tried to get Jadis killed, and that was very sad. It was very sad. Next, we're gonna have Dennis. Dennis was mid, and that's only because I only knew him for a few episodes, like 4 or 5 episodes. I got that he was Huck's husband, but that's all, and Silas's mentor, but that was all that he was. But it was mid. Next, we're gonna have. Is there any more? Nope. So now we are into Fear the Walking Dead. Rufus. Very sad. I hate it when they kill off dogs. But it was on a little bit of tears, but not all of it. But it was really sad. They had a dog they could have, and the equivalent to dog. But no, there's like, you know what, we're gonna kill off the dog. God damn you, Fear. Russell, no tears to cry. He was just all he was just an annoying errand boy. That's it. Didn't care. He's dead. Oh well. So next we have Krennic. No tears to cry. He's annoying. He's an annoying villain, and they just brought him back just to kill him. Yeah, because they knew that audiences would be asking what happened to Krennic and the others. They're just like, here he is, let's kill him. So next we have Shrike. No tears to cry. Again, she was a stupid villain. I did not like her villain arc at all. So she can fuck off. Next is Finch. It was mid. I knew as soon as that he was bitten, he was gonna die, and apparently the radiation was actually they thought it was gonna fix it. I knew it wasn't gonna work. I knew they were gonna kill off the kid. But I did feel bad for Dwight and Sherry. So it was just mid. Next, we have. No, I want to say Arnold's. Riley, no tears to cry, as well as Teddy, no tears to cry, because they're villains. They were. Riley was just an annoying child brat, while Teddy was very entertaining. I do wish we could have got more of Teddy, but I think he served his storyline well. Teddy was quite cool. He was one of the best villains that Fear had. And if they kept him and had a bigger storyline with him, maybe it could have saved it a little bit. But again, they're villains. Teddy was just entertaining. Riley was just annoying as hell. So no tears to cry. Next, we have Rachel's death. It was mid because as soon as she was fixing it, I grew up. I started to grow like a likableness to Rachel. But then afterwards, all she was just a mother trying to protect her child, and protecting her child in her last moments was very brave of her. But I didn't really cry, so it was mid. Next, Dakota and Virginia, no tears to cry. Did not care for them at all. No care whatsoever. Virginia lied to Dakota. Dakota was a crazy sociopath, so I don't really care for them. And again, they're villains. No care really goes to villains for like deaths of course, death sadness. Of course, care into villains for the stories and such, but that's it. Gonna be a lot of villains in this one. I can already see it. Next, we have Janice's death. Janice didn't really become a big character until season 6, and her episode I actually thought was really good. And when they killed her off, it was very sad. Not just because like she didn't get justice, but also John lost a friend, and I hate it when John loses a friend. So next, we have Grace. It was very sad. It was very sad. But like at the beginning of season 8, as soon as I found out that, yeah, Morgan's going to have to leave, I knew they were going to have to kill off Grace. But during that, it still didn't make it any easier that she died. But I didn't bawl out my eyes crying and such, so it was just very sad. Next, we have Charlie's death. It was shocking. I was actually shocked that they were willing to go that far with her character. And again, they only brought her back just to kill her off. While also clearing up a storyline, but also killing her off. That was like really stupid. Like keep her for at least the rest of the first half and then kill her off. Next, John Dory Sr. It was I don't know, was it their side or was it shocking? I guess it was kind of both, but like it was more shocking actually. It was more shocking than very sad. I was just like, oh, they killed off another Dory. Just like that. John Dory, tears in my eyes. I was I bloody lost it when they killed off John Dory. And I was dreading what was happening on uh on the other on the episode after that. But I'm glad he got justice finally in some capacity. But yeah, full tears in my eyes. I hated it so much. Wes, no tears to cry. Because the only reason that he became a villain was because they kept lying. He lied a bunch too. I don't know why. Don't know why he became a villain just because of that. No tears to cry. Next, we have Jake Otto, and it was mid. Because yeah, he was trying to keep his brother in check, and he had a big love relationship with Alicia. But like, I don't know. I didn't really cry, but I did feel bad, and I was worried about Alicia's reaction. So next, we have Jeremiah. No tears to cry. I knew exactly as Nick walked in Nick was going to be the one to shoot him. Because again, in that time, Madison wasn't prone to big violence yet. Next, we have Troy. Troy was shocking. It was shocking. Because, like, he started to become a good guy, and I actually thought Madison was actually going to help him. I did not see the twist coming that she was actually going to stab him with Alicia's arm. So that his death was actually shocking. I didn't cry, it was just shocking. So next, we have Lola. Lola was mid. She was just mid. I know that she did something stupid and she was only trying to protect the dam, but yeah, I didn't get to know her a lot. That's the thing. Like these main characters, a lot of the times we don't get to know them a lot, and that's it. So next we have Griselda's death. It was mid. It's like I only knew her for like 3 episodes, and that was it. But I knew that after that, it took a big toll on Daniel. But again, it was just mid. Next is Ophelia. Ophelia was very sad. And I felt super bad for Daniel because he just lost his entire family now. But I also gave some strength in Dan as well. So, yes, it was very sad. But I wasn't like crying. It was just like, oh dear. Next, we have Eliza's death. Eliza's death was mid. Because, yes, I saw it coming when they escaped. But, like, Travis's acting in that scene in the aftermath of shooting her was quite touching, but I didn't really felt sad for her character death. Like again, we only knew her for those 6 episodes, and that's it. That's all they had. Chris's death, no tears to cry. This was an annoying little shit. I hated him so much. That he thought he was better than everyone. He thought he could do things, but he couldn't, and then he got himself killed. So no tears to cry for that little shit. Next, Travis's death. That was shocking as hell. I was like, wow, they're killing Travis in the first half? Not even the first half, the first quarter. First 20%. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Wow. That was it. Eliza died in season 1, Chris died in season 2, Travis died in season 3. They kept it consecutive. Next is Nick's death. Tears in my eyes. I understood the reason why that Frank Delane said that he wanted to leave. I respected that decision, and I'm glad that he did. But still didn't make his death any easier. So full on tears in my eyes. He started this off. He's basically the first person to start off the whole train wreck. So now we are on to The Walking Dead. Shiva, very sad. There wasn't tears in my eyes, but it was very sad because she protected her master. She ran in there and protected him. So it was very sad. Next, we have Sebastian's death. No tears to cry. This actor did such a good job of making me hate the character. So props to the actor. The character deserves no tears. So next we have Lance's death. No tears to cry. He was a scumbag. And props to this actor for creating some sort of two-faced villain. It was great. It was a great choice. But no tears to cry for the villain. Next, we have Pope. No tears to cry. And again, this actor made this character quite entertaining in some spots. But again, he's a villain. He deserves no tears. Leah's death. It was mid. Okay, this is the first villain that's like mid. Because it's like, yes, she lost her entire family and such, and then she had the big relationship with Daryl, and just because Daryl had to kill her made it a bit mid. It was like, oh, Daryl had to do that. So next, we have Alpha's death. No tears to cry. Actually, it was mid. Yeah, it was mid. Because, well, yeah, she was crazy. She was a murderous psychopath. She actually did want what was best for her daughter in the end. But, Carol's revenge was too strong, and Negan wanted to get out of there. So next, we have Beta. No tears to cry. He was a crazy big guy. I did love some bits with him. Some bits I feel like they could have improved. But yeah, he's a big crazy villain. No tears to cry for this guy. Next, we have Luke's death. It was mid. Because I know he was filming Fantastic Beasts during this. But they brought him back for 3 episodes and then they just kill him. So it was just mid. Next, we have Sadiq's death. It was very sad. Like, he survived all that trauma just to get killed. He had a lame death, but it still didn't make his zombie death any easier. But it wasn't like full tears sad. Next, we have Henry's death. It was shocking. I was shocked they went there. And I was also pissed off as well. Pretty sure as many of you were. It was quite a very shocking death just to reveal that he was on a pike. I was actually begging them for it not to be real. It was real. Next, my man Neil. Very sad. I love my man Neil. He was just in the back there. He didn't do nothing wrong, and then they just kill him. Very sad. Justice for my man Neil. So next, we have Gregory's death. No tears to cry. He was a coward. He was an asshole. He should have died at the end of season 8. But I could see why they would keep him for the premiere death. Next, Jesus' death. Shocking. Because I have read the comics. And I know he survives. I'm just shocked they would go that far as to kill him off. His death was lame. But still, it was quite shocking. Next, we have Arat's death. Arat's death was mid. Because, she was still a villain. They were trying to redeem her. But then, as soon as they found out that she killed Cindy's little brother, and I can understand Cindy's motivation. And then as soon as she says that she revealed that she said no exceptions, and that's like the exact thing that Negan said, that switched on no mercy mode for Maggie. Maggie, and then they kill her. That was like a good motivation to start off the no more Rick plot line. Still, it was mid. I didn't really cry. Next, we have Simon's death. No tears to cry. He was a brutal and brutal, not awful villain as in bad villain, but like he was just an awful person. But props to Steve Ogg for creating an entertaining villain as well. Jessie, mid. I knew they were going to kill her off somehow. I didn't expect them to kill her off in the middle of season 6, but they did. I expect them to keep her around for a while. Oh no. Deanna's death, very sad. As she passed on the torch, she protected her leader. She knew he was the leader now. It was very sad. Spencer's death was shocking. Because I expected them to like censor it a little bit, but no, they went full out guts. They held nothing back with that one. Just wow. Next, we have Dawn's death. No tears to cry. She was an annoying villain. Like, they should have just killed her off straight away, because, my God. Noah's death was very shocking. Because it was just brutal. Like, yeah, no problem with him dying. But, my God, the way he died. Jesus Christ. Next, we have Joe. No tears to cry, but the character was very entertaining. And his death was so iconic. Abraham was shocking. Because I read the comics and I knew that he was probably going to kill him off. But they kept him around. I thought, oh, maybe he might die in the next season. But then as soon as the lineup happened and they smashed his head in, that was like, oh, well, there you go. There's your Abraham death then, I guess. Next, we have Rosita's death. Tears in my eyes. Because, like, it was the big finale death, and I thought that was actually very fitting for a finale death. Oh, yes, we could have had Carol and Daryl, but they were announced to spin-offs. Here's the thing, showrunners. Never tell them that you have sequel series before the finale, because that just spoils everything. It spoils the tension. Like, who's going to die? Do not announce it until you have your confirmation. Like, yeah, we can make this. Next, we have Tara's death. Honestly, it was mid. Because, like, she was pretty much a nothing character after season 4. A little bit of character in season 6, but then after that, she was just nothing. So it was just mid, but it was quite shocking. It was just a little bit shocking and a little bit sad, but that was it. Actually, I should do Lizzie's death. Lizzie's death was very sad. Because, like, well, yes, she was a villain. She was unstable. She didn't understand what she was doing was wrong. And Carol putting down her own child. Don't let Carol have a child. That's all I'm saying. Bob's death was very sad. It was very, very sad. I felt very bad for Sasha in that. Next, we have Tyrese's death. Again, was very sad. Same thing with Bob. His death didn't change much for Sasha. But as for Sasha's death, it was also very sad. Because she had no way out, and the only way out was death. And so she took the death route. And it did break my heart a little bit. Next, we have Governor. No tears to cry, but I did enjoy the villain. For season 3. Season 4, they just wasted him. Next was Axel, and Axel's death was very shocking. I was expecting him to die in the prison assault, but nope, straight away. I'm like, wow. Next, we have Herschel's death. Tears in my eyes, and especially because I learnt that the actor died. I was in the know of Walking Dead in the season 9 era, and when I watched it, I was bawling my eyes out, crying, and then when I found out the actor died, I cried some more. And I was rewatching it, and god damn it, Beth's death was shocking. I'm surprised they were going to kill her off like that. I expected her to be around for at least until season 7. But no. No, they weren't holding anything back. Morales' death. Shocking and angry. I was so mad when they killed him just like that. It was like, hey, I'm a villain. Oh, he's dead. Just why? Amy's death was mid. I felt like they could have done a little bit more with the characters in season 1, but like her death was mid, and it felt like they could have built her up a little bit more. But like, what are you gonna do with 6 episodes? Andrea, her death was very sad. While she did make stupid decisions, her death was still quite sad, and her line at the end circled back to season 1. That was a very good touching moment. Next is Merle. Merle's death was very sad, not just because the character died, but on redemption, but Norman Reedus' acting when he saw Merle's zombified corpse. Quite heartbreaking. Sophia's death was actually shocking. It was very, very shocking, because I'm pretty sure if you guys know the comics, Sophia survived. And then when they decided to kill her off, I was like, what the fuck? I was crying as well, yes, but it was mostly shocking. Because I expected her to live and marry Carl. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Jackie's death, I thought, was very sad. Like, she agreed that she didn't want to live in the world. And I was like, oh. And then when she decided to stay and held Edwin's hand, I was like, oh, this I actually care about her. Dale's death was also shocking. I was like, you just killed the man off that quickly and that brutally, and the man was taken down by one walker. How? I was just shocked. I was confused. I was like, this isn't reality, but it was. They killed off Dale. T-Dog's death was mid. Because they were only starting to do something in season 3. Well, his death, his heroic death was sad, but it was just 2 zombies. They could have both taken them on. Next is Glenn. Not shocking, no, it's not shocking. It was tears in my eyes. Well, yes, it was shocking, because I thought, oh, Abraham gets the Glenn death. He's going to live. Nope. Not what I thought at all. They just kill him off. Fuck you, AMC, for that. Shane's death was mid. Would we say mid? Yeah, I'm gonna say mid because if they because with this route, it was just like he's a bad guy. He wants to kill Rick, and so yeah, Rick had to kill him, and it was quite sad for Rick, but nothing really for Shane. If they went the route with John Bernthal's idea that when Rick picks up the gun to put the zombified Shane down and fire the gun, but no bullets come out, then I would have put it as very sad because, like, oh, Shane actually didn't want to kill him. He was just trying to show that this world can break him. But yeah, I'm glad they brought him back for season 9. That was a pretty cool moment. Laurie's death was very sad. After watching Magnus Roberts' misinterpreted scene, I explained the video, I got like, oh yeah, she was actually quite upset with what she did. She did, and she was mad at herself, not at Rick. And then her wanting her baby to live rather than let her live, that was quite touching and sad. Carl's death was shocking. Well, it was shocking, but I'll also put it in tears in my eyes. I think it's best to put it in tears in my eyes. What the fuck were they thinking? What the fuck were they actually thinking with killing off Carl? They set him up straight from season 1. He was going to be the big guy. But no, in season 8, he gets bitten. He gets bitten. And that's that's the motivation for Rick to not kill. Judith was meant to die. They could have had Judith die. I know that would be like horrible, but they kill children off all the time in The Walking Dead, so I don't see why you would argue with that. But Judith, it was meant to die. She was meant to fucking die. I like that they built her a bit more for the show, but I still didn't like the replacement much. I didn't like it much. I need more Judith to convince that, yeah, she is the better part for Carl. I just didn't see the point of killing him off. And every time I watch this death scene, I can't stop crying. I just can't. So that is it for the video. Those are my opinions on the saddest deaths in The Walking Dead. If you've got your opinions, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be interested to see. You can also follow me on my food channel, which is in the link in the description, as well as a link to this tier in the link in the description as well. I know when I said up to this tier, it's just the character tier. You can put whatever you want in the section. I don't mind, but please make sure you put me in your credits because this is my tier list. I did create this. And if you don't believe me, I'll show you right here. There, now you guys can know my full name, but yeah, that's me. This is my tier list. So, if you like what you see, please leave a like and subscribe. If you've got any video ideas for tier lists, or any of the shows, or any Walking Dead fanfiction rewrites, let me know, and I will do that for you. If you want me to create a travel channel and a vlog series, get me to 50 subscribers, and I shall do that for you straight away. Thank you all very much, and have a good day, everybody.